Ninth graders. Okay. So, just for reference, I'm a sophomore, so I already been through ninth grade. And honestly, it was probably like the easiest grade ever. Sophomore year is difficult. But like I'm not saying that to scare anyone, but it's like really it's true. It's so difficult. So anyways, tip number 1 is to obviously everyone knows this one, obviously just be yourself. Like literally all you have to do is just be yourself. Every time. Just be yourself. So if that's weird or that's crazy, just be yourself. Like it doesn't matter. That's just who you are. Hang on. That's just who you are. So just be yourself. And number 2 is if you want to make friends, you just have to go up and talk to people. Like I know it's like the most scariest thing to do ever, especially for people with like social anxiety. I'm one of those people. I have social anxiety. So it can be hard to just walk up to someone who I've never even met before and just be like, oh, hi. Just literally say anything. Just even a compliment. You'd be like, oh, I like your shoes. Or, oh, even give a more meaningful compliment. I mean, you could even say someone has pretty teeth. That's not weird. That's actually a really nice compliment, you know? Just like start off with a compliment, or you could just be like, hi, my name is whatever your name is. And they'll be like, oh, hi, my name is this. And you can just start talking about anything. Just start talking about like Miraculous, which a lot of people like that show, so. But not everyone's into Miraculous, just want to say that. So you could even talk about like anything, even like makeup, skincare, hair, math, science, whatever your interests are. Just talk about those things. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is, like at all. Whether you want to talk about skincare or maybe you want to give them some tips about skincare and just like tell them your favorite products and stuff like that. It doesn't matter what you, yeah. And tip number 3 is well, obviously I would say give me a second though, because I'm thinking now. For tip number 3, the best tip is to come to all your classes on time. Even though I like when I was in 9th grade, I think I was only late to like one class and it was one time or 2 times. No big deal. They're not gonna like get angry if you were late 2 times. Sometimes, all I want to say, if you get lucky, or you get the teachers that sometimes you get lucky. Like I'm lucky. I have like 2 teachers who don't care if I'm late and to the class. So like, if you like get lucky, just make sure that you go to their class. It doesn't matter as long as you do the work. Even if you go to their class late, just do the work, and you know they're cool, so they won't get upset. If you get lucky, I got lucky. Actually, I didn't even think I was gonna have any teachers that weren't gonna care about tardy, but some don't. So, yeah. Another tip. Tip number 4 would just be to like. I think the best tip is to not be scared to ask for help. Like I constantly battle this every day, where it's like I'm scared to ask for help. You know, I'm scared to ask this person next to me. I'm scared to ask the teacher. You know, but really, let me tell you, just ask. People probably have the same question that you have, and this applies to any grade. By the way, these tips are for any grade, really, but you know, I am going to title it 9th grade tips. So, or I mean tips for 9th graders. Anyways, like I said, I think tip number 5 is just like have fun. That's like the best tip that you're going to get. Everyone's going to say that. Have fun. A lot of people are just going to be like, have fun. Have fun. Because it's fun. It's fun because it's easier. It's fun because you know, just make the most of it because it don't last that long, you know. I thought it was going to last forever when I started in 9th grade. No, it didn't. And I'm very thankful it didn't because, honestly, I don't really miss it. But I just want to say that it was the easiest grade ever. That's the only reason I probably miss it. Like, a tiny bit, like 1%. Otherwise, I'm super happy that I'm a junior next year. Yay. So exciting. But tip number 6 would just be to like, I think another thing you can do is just like, oh, another tip. Don't gossip. That's tip number 6. Don't gossip. Don't spend time gossiping with friends. Don't spend time gossiping with other people in general. It's just not worth it. You don't gain anything from it. Like, you're just wasting your time. Like, literally don't do that. Tip number 7 is don't stress yourself out too much with school. Like, I understand that you want to get good marks, and I mean, we all do, clearly. Like, actually, I don't really stress as much anymore. No, that's such a lie. I do stress a lot. I currently have like a D plus in bio. That's good. Like, I'm passing, so like, that's all that matters. Like, that's all I need to pass the class. But some classes you might, well, actually, maybe sometimes for some classes you might need like a higher grade, like maybe like a 90 to pass. Like for some classes, but I don't know. I don't know any of the classes at my school, we don't have that. You can pass with a D plus because a D is passing. In our school, but some people's schools aren't like that. But yeah, so that's just the tip, is just to like, don't gossip. Don't waste your time. It's not worth it. Tip number 7. Oh, that was tip number 7, wasn't it? Yeah. Tip number 8 would be to just like, I think tip number 7 should be like, oh, choose quality over quantity, which means like choose to have good quality friends over having a big amount of friends. You don't need like a big group of friends. And I just want to tell you, to be completely honest, sometimes, or a lot of the times with these big friend groups, they all have beef with each other. They all hate each other. They're always like arguing, and it's like toxic sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. A good 50% of the time? Yeah. I know that because I think I had a huge big friend group, and or I've seen how big friend groups are. Yeah. Observation. And I would also say that, yeah, just keep like 2 friends, 3 friends, it doesn't matter. Even 1 friend is better than 10 fake ones. It's better to keep 1. You know, it's quality over quantity, because you can have like 1,000 friends, and if like they're all fake, what's the point? What's the point of having those friends? They're all fake. You know, there's no point. But you could have 1,000 friends and or you could have 1 good friend, and you know, there's a point to having that friend. That friend's not fake; it's a real friend. I would also say, tip number 9 is to not like, what was I gonna say? Hang on. So I said the thing with the friends. Oh yeah, choose your friends wisely. That's what I would say. That's tip number 9, and let me expand on that. Because some people are toxic, and some people are like just really, really mean. Just, be careful who you surround yourself with, because let me be honest with you, the people you surround yourself with, you become similar to them. Like, you become a little bit like them. Not like you're not going to be completely like them. Like, if Tom is friends with Chad, and Chad is like I don't know, he's kind and sarcastic, and like, oh, that was Tom, okay. Chad is like, he's gonna pick up some of that sarcasticness, he'll probably be sarcastic, you know what I mean? He's gonna become a little bit like Chad. I mean, Chad's gonna become a little bit like Tom, and Tom's gonna become a little bit like Chad, that's how that kind of works. So yeah, support yourself. Support yourself, that's good. Make sure that you put in effort, and put in effort in all your classes. It doesn't matter if you don't like the class. Literally, if you have to just put a smile on your face in the class and just pretend like you like it, that's what I do like 99% of the time. If I don't like a class, I just pretend that I like it. And I'm just be like, oh yeah, I love this. This is great. This is fun. After I do it, I'm like, all right, it's done. Whatever. Because I'm like, I did it already. What's the purpose? Do it every time. I do it this in world history class because I really don't like world history. I do not care to learn all these things about this person and that person. And then another thing I would say is like, oh, another class I don't like. I don't like bio. I just pretend that I like it, which just means like, oh, just tell yourself that you like it and then just do that. But only do that for like good things. Don't do that for bad things. Like if somebody's manipulating you, don't just say that you like that. Don't. Don't pretend that you like that. I'm talking, use it for like things like, use it for school. Use it for school. How about that? Just use it for like your classes. When you don't like your classes, just pretend that you do. Because you're gonna have to take those classes. Like like I have to take bio, so I'm like, I have to just pretend that I like the bio. And tip number 9 would be, oh, that was tip 8. Tip number 9 would just be to like, I would say just, oh yeah, stay out of drama. Any person who, this goes with the gossiping, anyone who's like gossiping and being like, oh, this person, or they're talking about some fight at school, stay out of it. You're not gonna like, you don't gain anything. There's no positive benefits from it at all. So, no purpose in just getting into the drama. Stay out of drama. Doesn't matter who they are. Stay out of drama. Like, stay away from them. If they have to always talk, like, if they always have to talk about somebody else and they have to like gossip about them, stay away from that person. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, Another thing I would say is, tip number 10 would just be to like, don't fight people. Don't get into fights. I never really got into fights. But yeah, just don't beat up anyone. You don't get anything from beating up this person or beating up that person. Literally, it's not worth it. Like, there's no purpose in doing that. Tip number 11 would just be like, take breaks, relax, like, because like everyone needs to relax. It doesn't matter how old you are. We all get tired. It doesn't matter if we're 20 or we're 30 or we're 12 or we're 10 or even 5. We all get tired. So take a break, do what you love. Like, whether that is, do some makeup or ASMR or anything that excites you. Just do that. And yeah. And tip number 12 would be is to like, I would say, this one I struggle with a lot, but just enjoy the moment, stay in the present. I struggle so much with that. I can't, even now I'm talking about the future, like, just like, I struggle with that. Just like, enjoy the present, because you're never going to be a 9th grader again, so enjoy it. Which, honestly, I didn't enjoy much of it. But, yeah, and also, that's not a tip, this is just in general, is the fact, you're going to have good moments and bad moments in 9th grade. So sometimes you'll love it, and sometimes you'll hate it. You can't have the good without the bad. So, you just got to deal with it. You have the light, you need the gray. That's just the way it is. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have to say. I think another tip number 13 is to, oh yeah, don't pretend to be someone that you're not. If you know that, let's say your friend's talking about, oh, I like whatever they like. Maybe they like Barbie or, yeah, and they say, oh, I like Barbie, like, the Netflix series, the Barbie Netflix series, the original one, the one that's like, hey, Life in the Dream House. And you don't like Barbie. You like, I don't know, maybe you like Miraculous. And you say, because your friend says they like Barbie, you say you like Barbie because, you want to I don't know, you want to be like your friend. No. If you don't like Barbie, don't say you like Barbie. And if you don't like Miraculous, don't say you like Miraculous. Just because somebody else says they like this show, that doesn't mean you have to copy what they're saying. If you've never watched a show, if you don't even like the show, there's no purpose of saying, oh, I like the show. Oh yes. Tip tip number 14 would be is to not be scared to say your opinion. Always say your opinion. It doesn't matter who's there. You're allowed to have an opinion. And be kind. Don't be nice. I mean, be nice. Being nice is like, oh, it's like not saying your opinion because you're scared of what other people think. But being kind is saying your opinion regardless what people think, because your opinion matters just as much as everyone else's. And tip number 15, this is the last tip, by the way. Use your voice. Use your voice. If you don't like something, say it. If you feel like this isn't right, say it. You're in a group project and you don't like the idea, say it. You have a better idea? Talk about it. Use your voice. Your voice is just as important as everybody else's. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed these tips, and I hope this helps you. And yeah. Bye, guys.